David Z. Oh man, how do I look?
Great.
Great, not just great. I'm gorgeous. God gets me. You look at me now, you say he's good for you. Man, my.
I gotta tell you one thing though.
What's that?
You gotta stay out of my closet and wearing my clothes. I'm sick of linen.
Is that right? Okay, I'll stay out of your closet, man. If you stay out of mine, I ain't gonna say, shut up. Please. Now you've been producer, man, and some great success. What is something I never understood? What exactly does a producer do?
Producer is different with everybody, I think. I mean, there's some producers that are writers, and there's some producers that are producers, and they're, players. And some people just hold people's hands, and some people just say, that's a good one. It's kind of different with everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
So
it's a unique sort of, just like a guitar player is not, so it's all different. Every person's a different person.
Mm-hmm. How does someone become a producer? How'd you get into the producing game?
It was an accident with me. I didn't want to do it. It was a mistake. I was a shoe salesman, and my wife said, why don't you do something interesting? So I started the record producer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it happened?
That's how it happened.
Huh. That's the same thing with me. Something like that happened to me. I was working at the Fancy House. Ooh, shut up now. Wait a minute. Please. Wait, so you got into, now you first deal Prince get his record deal back in 78, 77?
Well, yeah. I mean, we did a demo tape, and on the basis of that, Warner Brothers signed him. Mm-hmm. I remember they took him out to L.A., and we went out there, and they didn't believe that he played everything, I guess. They wanted to see it for themselves, so he kind of did an audition, and they had all these 5 or 6 producers there from Warner Brothers assigned to, which one's going to do it. And I went, man, he can do it himself. We don't need that. So
he's a great talent. Of course, you've seen him grow over the years.
Oh, yeah.
I got to ask you a quick question we're going to get on to. But when you think about that, remember you saw the article on the City Pages about how he's changed since the great success has happened?
He's changed. No, he hasn't changed at all.
You don't agree with that argument that he's living in this castle or this isolation, that Elvis thing?
I don't think he's changed since the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about living in isolation. If he is, then he always has.
Okay.
But I don't think he's changed.
Okay.
He's the same person.
Now, you've worked with so many people. We saw the Fine Young Cannibals, Jesse Johnson.
Yeah.
All these different artists. Who did you enjoy working with the most?
Oh, there's a few that I really like. Prince, of course, I loved. He's fun all the time.
Uh-huh.
Fine Young Cannibals are fun. I mean, most people I work with, I do it because I know I'm going to have fun with them.
Okay.
That's the reason I do it, to have fun.
When you're having fun, like when you produce a record and you look at it, it's on tape, do you know it's going to be a hit?
Nah. You know it's good. You do it for what you love. And you hope it's going to be a hit, but you never know. It's all kind of in the air sometimes.
Really? Like when you did Funkytown, which was, we're talking millions of an international smash.
That was really illogical because there was no hit out of Minneapolis ever before that, except for maybe, a different era. But, we always hoped that we could make hit records from Minneapolis. And when that one was the first one, really, that was such a big hit. And it just shocked me. I had no idea. I didn't even know it was a hit until a year later because we never even heard it on the radio here.
Right, because Minneapolis isn't progressive.
Well, yeah, it was kind of stifled. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of probably the reason that the music scene flourished here is because one of the reasons is that we didn't get to hear all this stuff on the radio, so we got frustrated and started making our own music. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what happened.
Now that you have influence, how come we're not getting a lot of, even now it's still tough for new artists to get stuff on the radio here in the Twin Cities?
I don't know. It's programmers,
Mm-hmm.
It's what they think that people will like, and they look at the demographics and say, well, there's only 2% of these kind of people, so we don't need to play that kind of music. And that, they're discounting the fact that maybe everybody likes a little of everything. Mm-hmm. So, mm-hmm. In Europe, it's different because they just play good music. They'll play a good country song. They'll play a good R&B song. They'll play a good rap song. Just back to back, just because it's good, not because it's a certain style. So I think that's kind of healthy.
Mm-hmm. There's a little more diversity.
Yeah.
And here everything's like, it's an R&B station or it's a pop station,
right.
It's a country station.
Everybody's in a slot.
Right.
Yeah. It's not very fair.
That's true. Now talk about the Fine Young Cannibals. That was a tremendous hit. She Drives Me Crazy. I heard it had a different title initially.
Yeah, it was She's My Baby.
She's My Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Who changed it? You changed it?
No, they changed it. Yeah. They wanted something a little catchier. Uh-huh. Somebody could identify with, and I think we all have people that drive us crazy. So, female people too. So that applied. Everybody understood So I think it worked.
So when you made that song, you had like no inclination. This really has that touch.
Well, actually, they threw it away. They didn't want to do it.
Really?
When they sent me all the songs, I said, well, I'll do that song, but I don't want to do the other ones because they weren't ready. And they went, well, we didn't want to do that one. I went, oh man, that's the only one I like right now. But all the other ones developed as we did the record. But I kind of pulled that one over the trash can, which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think artists know sometimes what songs they write. They write so many songs that they don't know which ones are the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're too close to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one thing a producer should do is be able to pick the hit.
So if I'm an artist not coming to you, I got to trust your judgment on what's good and what's not good. You decide.
Yep.
And you're the boss.
Yeah.
Huh. In fact, you've worked with, something I want to ask you about is, do you ever see artists like from the old days, say like James Brown, and say, or Al Green or someone, say, if I could take him out and put some modern beats on it and do something with them,
Yeah, I do. That would be really fun to do. Sometimes I'd like to experiment with that, but it's hard to get to people once they've been established for so long, and they don't want to change. I've done a couple experiments, kind of like a mad scientist, where I took some established artists and they wanted something new, but yet when it came down to it, they had a hard time going, well, that's not the way we always did it, so
right.
We can't do it that way.
Uh-huh.
So it's a little harder. I like new artists because they'll bend, they'll do anything I say. If I say, put the guitars underwater and play a solo, and they won't go, why? They'll go, won't I be electrocuted? I say, no, don't trust me, so it'll work. That kind of stuff, they'll believe me, and I like that because it works sometimes.
What's your proudest moment as a producer? Out of all the stuff you worked on, what are you most proud of?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Let me name a couple of them.
Couple of them?
Yeah.
Purple Rain, I'm proud of. Kiss, I'm proud of. Finding Cannibals Hit, I'm proud of.
Uh-huh.
All of them. I guess I'm proud of. I'm proud actually of a lot of the things that didn't sell because I do it because I believe in it. And there's some groups and artists that, maybe didn't get so big as far as sales, but I still think they're great musicians,
right. Great
songwriters. I always thought there's so many people maybe in their basement that have as much talent as the people on top, but they might never get a chance to see it.
We got to go wrap up here real quick.
Right.
Speaking of people in the basement, what advice would you give someone who wants to go on and be successful producing artist?
That's it.
Really?
You punch.
What if someone wants to says, I'm bad and I want to get take to Bobby Z because I think Bobby Z can do some stuff with it?
Good. Send it to him.
Really? David Z.
Bobby's the boss.
Bobby's your brother who's been on the show, is a dear friend. What if someone wants to get you though? What would you say?
What would I say?
Yeah, if they want to get a take.
I'd say make sure it's the best thing you can do before you get it to somebody.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Yeah. That's great. Well, man, we really appreciate you taking the time to come on down, man, and give a round of applause, Josh. Thank you. All the fun that you got here, stay tuned. We're going to check you out with
Hello, my name is Charles Fleischer, and I'm your guest here in the Twin Cities. And guess what? I'm happening now with the man who can say his name is Fancy Ray, the man who makes the night turn to day, the man who can make the dead dogs play. I'm talking about Fancy Ray, the man that makes Little Richard look like a priest, the man that makes yogurt taste like yeast, the man who can take the moon from the sky and put it into Hercules and make a monkey cry. Fancy Ray.